Now, it is wrong to say that all Afrikaner, all white people are racist. But according to our observation and our experience in the walk of life with them, we can say with certainty that most of them are indeed racist. There is one particular DA member of parliament by the name of Renaldo Gouws, who is indeed very racist. He thought that some of his footages that he was recording long time ago will not resurface. But as a content creator who has so much influence, especially on the TikTok world, he influences a lot of thinking of white children, and he plants the seed of racism in their minds. Now, in this clip, I want to break down some of the videos that has resurfaced and discuss them with you. Mr. Renaldo Gouws on the and of course, we are coming for you.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, King 053, Mr. Easy Imali Eneng, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, we're covering this racist man from the DA, Renaldo Gouws. Listen, it's our job as content creators to point such people out so that many people, we can raise awareness of what do we mean when we say apartheid still continues, racism still continues even 30 years later, after the artificial fake democracy that South Africa has. The white people's hearts did not change overnight at 1994. Even now, in the 2024 government of national unity, the white people's hearts never really changed. They defend and pretend that they are working for the sake of uniting South Africans, but really what they're doing is just to protect and continue to protect white privilege. There is one young man from the DA by the name of Renaldo Gouws, and we have to attend to his statements. Now, the first easy way to identify if a person is a racist, a white person, it's easy to identify with just this one trick. Ask them, what do you think is better, the former apartheid regime, the times of South Africa during apartheid, or now? They will tell you it's the same. They will tell you it's the same. And if they say that, immediately tick them as a racist.
Wow. And people say it was bad back in apartheid. Jesus. You know, the white people in this country is going through a reverse apartheid. Say whatever the fuck you want, alright? Back in the day, black people were beaten. Black people were killed, alright? What has changed? Today, white people are beaten. White people are killed. White people are discriminated against. What's the fucking difference? Please do tell me. Call me a fucking racist if you want. But you come and live in this fucking country, and you, though a white individual, come live here and tell me that you aren't discriminated against and that you aren't fucking blamed for things that happened in the past, even though I had no fucking hand in it.
Now, we as black people have heard this type of tone many times. We know what racism is. Nobody can fool us as black people. Nobody can change our mind. We know a racist when we see one. And if someone says, listen, black people were killed in apartheid and all of that, white people are being killed post 1994, just know they are racist. Systematic planning to destroy a particular race because of the power that you have, which is the black race, is not the same as the crime that is happening in South Africa right now. I don't want to take out the crime stats, just to show you that black people in percentage are affected and infected by crime more than any other race in South Africa. Don't want to take that out. It's not necessary. You guys know the story. Where black colors and where black and colors live, that's where most of the crime is. White people are protected by their white privilege because their ancestors are managed, most of them, to accumulate wealth during the apartheid regime. And that is the truth. But Mr. Renaldo Gouws is not going to acknowledge that type of nonsense. You know, in the apartheid regime, you had places where black people cannot go, black people cannot shop, black people could not go to church with white people, and all of that. In the democracy, in the artificial democracy, white people are free to go wherever they want. In fact, it is white people who are building white-only towns to keep out black people, because white people will always think that they are superior to black people. En ek wil sê Afrikaner eintlik. Ek wil net sê wit mense, want as ek sê wit mense, die meeste van die mense dink dat ek praat van al die wit mense. Ek praat nou spesifiek op Afrikaans mense. That's who I'm talking to. Understand? I don't want to bottle every white person as a racist. It's wrong to do that. You understand what I'm saying? But when we hear racism, we as black people, we can identify it easy. And this man is a racist. Now listen to what he says about the super fans. Hey, guys. Yeah, and you can't even hide the racism on his face. We see it. We know it. We can smell it. You can keep quiet through your facial expressions. We can tell how racist you are as black people. We experience it even post 1994. You understand? I experience it in schools, in boarding schools, everywhere. Till today, I work with farmers and everything. I know racism just by a person, just by the way.
All right, so if you've been following the World Cup, you've arguably seen these two lovely South Africans flying the South African flag high. But did you know that these two individuals are paid for by the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture? Did you know that they are considered super fans that the department allocates money to, which means it's your money as a taxpayer, and then they get flown there, their accommodation and their lodging and their food, and a little salary is given to them. They get tickets for free, specifically in areas where they know the cameras will focus on, and then they literally are prostitutes to promote South Africa. Did you know that? I mean, because I was today years old when I found this out. So if this is not news to you, I'm sorry. But these two individuals that you constantly see on your TV screen are actually there on your dime.
This is what the ANC has gotten us into. This is what white monopoly has gotten us black people into. But I'm happy that you guys are waking up. I'm happy that you will not, from all the other channels, you guys know all the other channels. I'm not going to mention their names. Black channels that praise the DA and praise everything. You will not hear them say anything about this man. In fact, you will not hear the DA say anything about this man. You will not hear the ANC dare to say a word. Where is Colin Malachi, the president of the ANC Youth League? What is he saying now? This is the type of member of parliament, and this is just one in many. This is just one in many. Out of that 80-something members of parliament, I'm sure 90% of white people feel exactly like him, and they believe he did nothing wrong. Soccer pays for these fans, super fans, of course. They have dedicated their lives to the sports of South Africa. They travel with the Proteas, they travel with the Springboks, they travel with Bafana Bafana. And yes, of course, it costs money to make them travel like that. It is their way of earning a living because they get a stipend, not even a salary, to travel the world. How I wish I was them. You know, when Bafana Bafana goes pays in front and they cover it, Bafana Bafana has to send some super fans there. They has to. The Springbok also, because the Springbok also pays for them, but does not need to pay for the majority because white people are privileged. They have the money to travel and go and see their teams overseas. And you'll find that most of them stay overseas anyways. He also attacked Fikile Mbalula. You won't believe what he called Fikile Mbalula. You won't believe what he called Fikile Mbalula. Yo!
Yeah, fuck Keela and Balula. That's right. Fuck Keela. Easy answer. It's because your cadres can benefit from tenders. That's why statues are being built and football teams are being sponsored. You already know this because you probably negotiated with them. And when you were the Minister of Sport, is it not what you encouraged? So I don't know why you're playing dumb. It's weird though, since you've had this new title of Secretary General, you've acted like you are holier than thou. But when you were the minister of three various departments, you left it in worse conditions than what you found it in. But now you are playing like, oh, I've never ever done this or that. Like, just be honest with yourself. You've been useless in every role that you've had. And now you know exactly what's going on, but you're just playing dumb for the sake of playing dumb. Hashtag fuck the ANC.
Now, in this channel, we always make our jokes with our African brother, calling him Sister Bettina and all of that. That is just the nicknames that we are giving him. But to call him the name that he called him, it was just a racial attack. And you saw what he said about the ANC at the end. This person said this before elections. Do you think after elections he does not believe that the ANC? Huh? You think he has changed? The Lord and Savior has entered his heart and he has changed. He hasn't changed. I'm going to prove it on the next clip. His heart has absolutely not changed. According to what he feels about the Secretary General of the ANC and how he feels about the ANC, and in extension, how he feels about black people. It's clear. No one can look at this man and say, but you are right with what you are saying. You are not racist. Only these black coconuts can say that and protect him. But unfortunately, in this channel, we shall expose people like him. We will expose them. In fact, I'm getting an idea. Maybe we should go digging on all the members of parliament of the DA. I am 100% sure that most of them are going back to their old tweets and deleting them. I think we should be faster than this. We should be faster. But if we don't go and fish, don't worry. They will be slowly exposing themselves. And then we'll be telling ANC ukuthi sinitshelile beniyaphi. Beniyaphi nisebenza nalabantu laba. But because the ANC plays the innocent card there, the voters did not give us enough votes, so we have to. They said we must work together as parliament. Which ANC voter said work together with all parties, including Freedom Front, including the DA? Which ANC right-thinking person before elections thought that the ANC would work with the DA and work with such characters? Which ANC voting person thought of that? Now everything is out now. Now you expect a reaction from this man. You wouldn't believe what is the reaction. Let's listen to what he's saying.
All right, so even though the term racist and racism has lost most of its meaning in South Africa because it's being abused so badly by those that are falsely accusing others, it is still damaging to somebody's reputation. And the problem that we have in South Africa is that people feel so comfortable in falsely accusing others because they know there won't be any consequences. Because think about it, if you are falsely accused of being a racist and you want to reinstate your reputation or ensure that this person pays for what they said, you have to spend tens of thousands of rands in legal fees. And if this person is in another province, you have to go to their district or their province to defend yourself. The whole system at the moment is so against the actual person being accused and for the person that's making the false allegation. And something needs to change there so that consequences can come back into play.
This fool says something has to change so that consequences can come back to play. That's what he says. Because he says people are falsely racially profiling him or accusing him of being a racist after all these clips. And he has the nerve, by the way, to take some content creators from TikTok to court. Well, Mr. Ronaldo Gouws, or whatever your surname is, here we are. Take King Said So also to court. We spoke to I spoke to my lawyers before making this video. Luckily, not my lawyers, my legal representative. And he said, listen, this is a racism. Go ahead. He gave me the green light. So I'm ready. I'm ready. He's inboxing, emailing, threatening content creators, and I believe took one to court. Took one to court because he wants to clear his name. The reason he's doing this is because from the position he was as a speaker, I believe, of tourism or whatever, to member of parliament, the salary difference is big. He's going to lose a lot now if the DA says, hey, Yara, listen, this thing is not good for us. I think we must recall you. If the DA does that, he's going to lose a lot. And his political career can be an end. In fact, I saw there's a petition that is out there to say, sign this online petition to take him out. I signed the petition because I do believe he is a racist and something must be done. I believe that consequences must be done. Listen, the courts that we have today will protect this man, will not protect our constitution that says, listen, racism is wrong. They won't. Why? Because the DA is in the house. The DA is in the house. It's the ANC that was calling the DA a racist political party. And we don't have to believe the ANC. All we can believe is the former members of the DA, Herman Mashaba. Listen to what he says about the DA and the reasons why he left the DA. Because of that old witch, Helen Zille. And also listen of what Musi Maimane said at the Penwell podcast. What he said, why he left the DA. Race is always there. You will be treated differently as a black person. And in fact, I want the picture of all the DA members standing together, members of parliament standing together. And let's compare to, because 90% of their votes come from black people. But look at who's in parliament. Look at who's in parliament. It's not black people. They will mix a few colored black people here. The rest is white because they are a white racist party. Now, Mr. Renaldo Gouws, stop threatening other content creators. We are not going to stop to speak up against racism. Just as you had the freedom of the freedom of what do they call it now? The freedom of speech to say whatever you wanted, and you are now trying to intimidate people not to exercise the same freedom. Good luck, my friend. On the head, you man. And of course, we wish they could recall you from parliament. Not because you are a bad person, but because you are a racist. That's what you are. We are not afraid of you. Nobody's afraid of you, my friend. Nobody. Don't make that mistake. We are not afraid of you. Take us to court, all of us. We are not going to keep quiet while we see that the DA, any chance we get to expose any member of the DA who is racist, we're going for their neck. Just like any chance that we have, we expose the ANC or any other black person who does wrong. We expose it. We will do the same with white people. You will not intimidate us. You will not intimidate us with courts. No, we are more than happy to go to court with you. We are more than happy to go to court with you. I'm ready. So you have my email, you have my everything. Everything is out there. it's not difficult to find me. You will find me. I'm in the Northern Cape in Kimberley, so it's not gonna be difficult to find me. Kimberley, the town has got a few streets. If you ask about me, you will easily allocate me. Easily. You don't have to run up and down. My problem is that the amount of influence that you have on TikTok, of which I believe most of the youth are on TikTok, most white people are on TikTok, and I see how they are responding on the comment sections. I read what they are saying, how they are supporting you. You have managed to influence a lot of white people to continue to think that apartheid was better than the democracy that we have now. And if you can be that type of a person, you are a danger to our society. You are a danger to our society. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. If you didn't know about this, now you know. Let's wait. Should he try at me or anything, we will expose him further. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. And also, go to our sister channel, African Mojolo with King. I'm posting more content this week. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. I said it twice, didn't I? I said it twice. Well, if it's nice, they say you play it twice. Peace in Pan Africanism.
Black Heart, the hustle continua. 100% good quality t-shirts, made to inspire your goals and dreams. T-shirts are now available at an affordable price. Place your order now. 068-473-6908. Instagram at Black7576. Facebook page Black Heart.